What's going on, guys? I'm Zeke,
And I'm JT.
and welcome to another episode of The Jazz.
Alright guys, today our video is going to be on the top 10 shows at Walt Disney World. The top 10 shows we think you should watch on your vacation. Now, most people think that Disney's just about riding rides. Well, actually, there's some great shows that you can watch at all four of the parks, and today we're going to talk about them. So, like we said, we're going to be doing our top 10 shows at Walt Disney World, and we're going to be starting with number 10 and working our way up to number 1.
So our number 10 is It's Tough to Be a Bug, located in Animal Kingdom. It's right underneath the tree, in the tree. And you, it's a 3D show, and you get shrunk down to a bug, and you put on your bug eyes to become honorary bugs. And Flick the Inn is your host, and he's showing you and telling you how it's literally tough to be a bug, and how humans treat them in everyday life. So it's definitely something you want to experience for yourself.
So, our number 9 spot is the Country Bear Jamboree at the Magic Kingdom. So, this is in Frontierland, and basically the concept behind this show is you go into this theater, and on the wall there's 3 animals. They're taxidermy heads of a buffalo, a deer, and a moose.
Yeah.
So they start talking, and they're like, hey, let's get the show started or whatever. And the cast member's like, okay, Henry, let's start the show. And so it's a big family of bears, and they basically just go through singing all these old country songs. And there's not really a storyline behind it per se, but each bear has kind of like their own theme song. Like Big Al sings "Blood on the Saddle," which is a really funny song.
Hilarious.
And then the three little girl bears, they sing
The Sunshine Dolls.
the Sunshine. I don't know.
I think it's Sunshine Dolls. I'm not for sure.
I'm not sure either. But they have a special song that they sing, and it's funny how like each of them have their own song. And Henry sings the Ballad of Davy Crockett. That's the main bear. And then at the end, they all come together and sing one big song. But it's really something you just need to experience for yourself. It's a must-do show at Magic Kingdom. All right, so our number 8 is Beauty and the Beast live on stage at Hollywood Studios, and Alex is going to tell us about this one.
She said that Beauty and the Beast is one of my childhood favorites. I always wanted to be Belle when I was little. This is a great show to attend, and the actors do great, as well as all of the dishes.
Right, so basically what this show is, it's a condensed version of the animated classic Beauty and the Beast. And it's an outdoor theater, so there's a cover, but there's no walls, it's not enclosed. But basically, like I said, it's just the movie condensed, and this one is one of our childhood favorites, and that's why we think you should go see it.
So our number 7 is Carousel Progress, which is located at the Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. Yeah, and it is based on a family that went through the progression of time from around the 1900s to probably, we're thinking the 1980s, somewhere through there. And each scene is based on a different time, and it's showing how life in each year. In each scene has progressed, whether it's electronics, whether it's just the way of life, how they do things. It's really cool. It's one of the originals, I think, at the World Fair that Walt Disney came up with, and it rotates around through each scene. So that is definitely a must-do at Magic Kingdom.
All right, so our number 6 on our list is Finding Nemo the Musical. Now, something cool about this show is Finding Nemo, the original Pixar movie, is not a musical. And so all the songs in the show were originally written for the show. Like Go With The Flow, that's probably my favorite song that's sung in the show, is sung by Crush the Turtle. Now, like I said, it's a condensed version of basically just the Pixar movie. And so it takes you through the story, and there's different songs. Like I said, there's a theme song in the Big Blue World that's written for the show. Now, one thing about this show is when you go in there, it's some of the most uncomfortable seats on property.
It's rough. It's just wooden planks, pretty much.
Bad.
It's
pretty bad compared to some of the other seats in these shows we're going to be talking about.
Right.
These, it's really
your butt will be numb by the time you get out, and it's a long show. Was it 30,
30
at
45
least
minutes,
a solid
something like
30 minutes? Yep.
So the show is great. I like the show, but if they put some cushions on those seats, I
would
would
make it
I would
much
love
better.
the show. I'd
Much
probably
better.
be up there on our number 3. But so that's kind of why we have it on one of our must-do shows. So for number 5, we have Mickey's Full of Her Magic at the Magic Kingdom, and Alex is going to say a little bit about it.
This is also in Fantasyland, by the way. She said, PhilharMagic is a classic show at Walt Disney World. Mickey is a conductor of a band with a magic hat, also Sorcerer's Mickey hat. When Mickey steps away, Donald steps in, puts the hat on, and starts conducting the band, which turns into chaos. Donald is then thrown into various movies chasing the hat, such as The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and Fantasia. She said, I love it because it shows many of the classic movies, and at the end, make sure to look around to see if Donald is anywhere.
So our number 4 is the American Adventure at Epcot, and this is located in the World Showcase, and this is one of my favorite shows. Cool thing about this is if you get to the show early, and which I would suggest to do,
at least probably 15 minutes. I'd
right?
say. Yeah.
But if you there's the Voices of Liberty, and there's a cappella singing group, and they sing all kinds of old American songs, or sometimes they'll even throw a original Disney song in there.
Right, they're really good.
Really, really good. And if you want to see them, I would make sure to check my Disney Experience app because they're not there at every show.
Right.
And so I know they're there earlier in the day. So if you want to,
I think it's until 5.
Until 5.
I think
okay.
And then there is some shows after
Right.
that, but just not with them.
I think the shows go pretty close till the park closes, but
Right.
Voices of Liberty, they leave about 5 o'clock. And so basically what this show is narrated by Benjamin Franklin and Mark Twain.
Right.
And so they open the show, and then they talk about basically how our country came to be. Starts at the beginning of when the Pilgrims got here, and then goes all the way to modern times. And so it ends with the theme song called Golden Dream, and that's one of my favorite Disney songs. And so the Voices of Liberty sing that too. So that's just one of the great shows that I would recommend going to see. I think it's a definite must-do. So for our number 3, we have, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration. This is at Hollywood Studios.
Alex is putting her input on this, and she said, if you need a break from the Florida heat, Frozen is the show to be at. And that's definitely true. That's a good one. It's a great place to relax and enjoy the comfy seats, air condition, and songs. This show presents 2 comedians telling the story of Frozen while showing short clips of different parts of the movie. And then when the songs play, almost everyone sings along. And that is definitely true. Every little girl, I mean, maybe even the dads, might sing along with it. And she said it is so much fun.
Right, and a little tip about this one. This is the only place, not during Christmas, that you can find snow in Florida. So
This is true.
All right, so our number 2 is Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Now, this is one of my favorite shows on property. Definitely
really
one of the most action-packed shows, probably the most action-packed show on property.
Yep.
It's all live, and basically the concept behind it is you're taking behind the scenes of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it's not actually Harrison Ford. I know that's a disappointment.
Sadly.
But so the guy playing Indy, he's not only playing Indiana Jones, he's also playing the part of Harrison Ford's stunt double. And the girl playing Marion also is playing Marion's stunt double. And so you go through some of the most action-packed scenes. You go through the boulder scene at the iconic Idol boulder scene at the very beginning. That's how the show opens. Then it goes through the Cairo scene,
Right.
and he fights all like the ninjas, and then the truck blows up. And then you go through the Nazi camp at the very end, and the plane goes around and it blows up and stuff like that. So that's kind of why we think it's a really good show, because how action-packed it is. And another cool thing about it is there's crowd participation, which Ezekiel has actually done.
Right, so I have done that, and it was a really cool experience, but you have to be 18 years old, which is sad. I know all the kids
They make
out
you
there.
sign a waiver, so.
They do, but it is definitely, if you're not shy, I mean, you have to to get their attention, you pretty much just have to jump up and down and scream. I mean,
Definitely.
that's about the only way you can get on. And, you know, I'd been telling him, like, for a few years, I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I think I got the chance. I think I was 19. But anyway, so I got the chance. I was like, oh, I'm getting on this, baby. I'm doing it. So I finally got on, and it was really cool. So you get up there, and you obviously change into some clothes and get out there. And it's really cool because, I mean, it kind of shows you kind of how it is, you know, on the movie sets and kind of behind the scenes a little bit of what the extras do. It's just really cool. It would be a fun experience for anyone above 18.
So, for our number 1 show, we have the Festival of the Lion King. And Alex is going to say something about it.
She said that the Lion King is a must-see, and it's located in Africa at Animal Kingdom. This show has 4 sections: the elephant, giraffe, warthog, and the lion section. The 4 main actors teach you a little dance, to do during some songs while the wild monkeys are running around acting crazy and dancing. Every song is acted out in an amazing way in this show. If I was able to be in one show, it would be this one because I love to be one of the acrobatic monkeys or the ladybird that flies through the air during Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Right, so basically what the show is, it's just the songs of the Lion King performed by different actors, and so they're dressed up as animals, and there's 4 hosts, and so each host takes a section: lions, warthogs, giraffes, and elephants. So they each take a section. You're sitting in a section, and you learn the noise of that animal to participate in the show. So, like I said, there's crowd participation. Kids can get in the show at the very end and play like the maracas or something like that. And it's a great show. There's a variety of stuff. There's stunts with fire, and there's knife throwing and stuff like that. And then there's acrobatic stuff with the monkeys. And it's a good musical. And it's good. It just has something for everybody in it.
Yeah, and this used to be outside,
right?
So there was no air conditioning. They actually built a whole new theater for that because it was hot.
So outside. This is a much nicer experience than it was
for sure.
So those are the top 10 shows that we think you should watch on your Walt Disney World vacation. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. And always remember,
have a zippity-doo-dah day, guys.